Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wander. Louder we sing, no there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar. See you. Hearts and letters carved into the shore. We'll never grow old. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. But everything about you is so unreal. It won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love? Shirt collar. Think I'd try this a new way. I'm gonna show you the tricks that I know. I'm getting tired of talking, and I need more of a show right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I hope we turn it around. No, I hope we turn it around. It's the right time. I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. I think I'll do it on my way. I'm gonna show you what I'm going through. Get you out of your comfort zone, 'cause I need more of the truth right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can.
Welcome back to Tuesday Dungeons and Dragons. I am your dungeon master, Eric.
This
It's not Tuesday.
That's not Tuesday.
Oh, well, it's almost Tuesday. It's Tuesday Eve. Ah, dang it.
You
Well,
got the wrong
actually, it doesn't really matter because the people at home don't know when we're playing this game.
This is a new day. This is a new day we created. It's
D&D's day.
It's Slaughterin' Day.
D&D's Nuts Day.
Numeric Day.
Yeah, not milk
Day of days.
Tata Day.
Oh.
Tata Day.
Tatterson Day.
It's the Gorbeck's Lost Day.
It's Gorbeck's Lost.
Oh, it's the Lost Days. For
the
me,
Lost
Gorbeck.
Days. Anyway, for those of you who have returned, thank you. This is part 2 of our Gorbeck's Lost Day special mini series. So that way we can chronicle what happens to Gorbeck during his time away from the party. In chapter 1, Gorbeck was found and saved by a local Otten, one of the otter folk that apparently lives in the region, Arthur's worst nightmare. And Idrictus, who, after saving Gorbeck's life, laid down on him that perhaps it's destiny that Gorbeck should help him on his task. Gorbeck followed Idrictus to a small lizard folk encampment filled with some very bizarre plumaged black scale lizard folk who were actually surprisingly nice. There they met the local shaman of the group, Gorbeck, who laid down on Idrictus that the guardian entity, this nature spirit, a Coatl, that has for a long time protected that village from the denizens of the Underdark, whose entrance lays some point underneath this mountain, is dying. And after entreating with this Coatl quasi-deity, you were requested to travel to the shrine of Eladath, the water goddess that lives also beneath this mountain, and seek her blessing that you might return with it and save the Coatl, perhaps bringing its life or spawning forth a new guardian. You departed the area as a trio and began to make your way through some of the lesser traveled caverns of the mountain, eventually reaching into an untapped series of iron veins that appear to have been made home to some rust monsters and at least one earth elemental. After dispatching the rust beetles and successfully dissuading the earth elemental from attacking you, you guys departed, making your way back farther down into the mountains. After passing some familiar-ish to some of you rivers, you passed and finally found the edge of the fungal forest. A group of fungus and flora jungle that exists down beneath the mountain, home to a variety of creatures, as well, more notably the Myconid, the fungal people that, at least as far as Idrictus and Gorbeck have experienced, are reasonably nice individuals, though they don't seem to talk very much.
Yes.
At all, actually. So, you guys had decided to take an extended siesta after your harrowing adventures and rocky start to the beginning of your adventure, and are now sitting around a proper fire, mostly a fungus, at the edge of the fungal forest before entering the bewilderingly dangerous land that lies beyond. So, we start chapter 2. Sitting around the fire, what is it you guys are doing?
I have some fish out that are cooking that I happened to gather earlier in the day.
Yep.
So we all have lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Gorbeck is, he takes that cockatrice skull that he wears around his neck and has shoved it like a bunch of the fungus inside of it and lit it so the steam is coming through the nostrils and the eyes up into his face as he kind of wanders in a big arcing circle around the campsite, kind of whispering a prayer of safety over while they rest.
Okay.
He's just
Gorbeck?
getting high. That's it.
I'm pacing at the moment.
Okay.
Kind of going back and forth. I'm just looking, but I'm pacing.
Could you just like take a moment and relax and sit down? You're kind of stressing me out there.
Perhaps you need skull. It's really good to relieve the stress. Let all your inhibitions wash away. Downstream.
Do you
Just
have-
don't go with the stream.
Do you have any like fish bones around? Just like a bone thing.
I'm just searching through my pack real quick for some leftovers. Yeah, here you go.
Gracias.
It's a small fish, cleaned to the bone.
I'm gonna try to pick. Ding, 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 ding. I hand him. Do you know how to play music? The otter, sea dog. Well, you're a sea cat. Sea. What was it again? You're an otter.
Otten.
An
Yes,
otten.
an otten.
Do y'all know how to play music?
Yeah, but we're not the greatest at it. We don't have thumbs.
I look over at Kula. Hey, Kula, y'all play music?
Me personally, no. I can hit drum, but
Wow.
the whimsical ways escape me.
Okay.
I can certainly try.
I might be a little better than he is.
Yeah. Okay. I just need here, and I'll get my drum. Just.
Okay, Kulu, that's all you.
Okay. There you go. Just do that. That's all I need. Dun, 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 dun. You don't have to actually do it. What? It doesn't. It's slower. It's slower. You know what? Screw it. No. We're no. Here. Yeah. I'm just gonna play it with my feet.
There's a barracuda nearby.
Dun, dun, dun. Dang it! Now that dang song is stuck in my head, Eric.
Sorry.
I have to. Sometimes I have to sing things out to get my feelings out. So just sit and do your bird thing, do your fish thing.
Let it out. It is best not to keep it inside.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Play us some of the music from your home world, hometown.
This is not a goblin song. You wouldn't like the goblin songs. They're
You know, that's probably fair. I hear them enough as is.
yeah.
We're gonna steal, kill, pillage, and burn. We're gonna steal, kill, pillage, and burn. Eat the babies.
Eat the babies. God dang. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just go sit down, and I'm not gonna face them. I don't want to. I want to lean against whatever's not. And I'm just gonna look up at the sky and kind of the whatever sky there is, whatever the mix the sky.
There's some
is.
bioluminescent fungus that somewhat resembles stars.
And just gonna kind of start playing at the fish, trying to figure out the fish as best I possibly can with whatever Caleb has taught me of the lyre, the lute, the la, whatever the word
Yeah,
is.
it's kind of like one of those little tin machines that you get that you rotate, and it goes ding, 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 ding as it goes over the drum.
What
So-
what is that instrument? Tanner, you
I
know
don't
what it
know.
is. It's the small one that it's got the metal bars that come out of it, and you pluck on them, and they make the reverberating noise.
The kalimba.
Yes.
Kalimba, that's right. That's how I know what that is. Yeah,
Okay.
but I think he's talking about the little one, the ones they put like in music boxes.
Yeah,
Yes, but
he's talking about
actually, they have a better a better example.
Yeah.
Kalimba, yes, what you're playing is much more. I was trying to describe the tone of the sound that's coming off of it.
Gotcha. I respect
But
that,
yes,
yeah.
in terms of function, go with them. They have a way better example.
Okay. And I'm gonna start singing. This is a little long. 10 to 9 to die. Mari is gone. It feels like a great divide, and now there's no one. Yeah, I'm wasting my way through days, losing you through these dark days. Oh, if Gorbeck's all alone. Oh, if Gorbeck's all alone. Oh, if Gorbeck's all alone. And who can be against me? There was greatness, I fell for a while, but all of that's changed. Some kind of blindness I used to protect me from these purple stains. I wish that I didn't go. Losing you really blows. Oh, if Gorbeck's on his own, then who can be against me? Yeah, in this dark land where I'm sitting, there is a crack in the stone filled with light, and it's all that I need to get by. Yeah, in this dark land where I'm sitting, there is a crack in the rock filled with light, and it's all that I need to shine. Oh, if Gorbeck's all alone. Yeah, if Gorbeck's all alone. Oh, if Gorbeck's all alone, who can be against me?
So very different than the music that your respective cultures produce.
Huh. That was, riveting.
You sing from heart. It's important.
Sing from
Do not
heart,
be
from hurt, from other H words that mean things.
It's okay to hurt when you are lost. But you are with friends, and you will find your friends again.
I appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely.
I just wish sometimes when you do stupid stuff that there was grace. And sometimes there is grace. And I'll look at you two. But you don't take it as grace, you know? You just think like, oh crap, like I gotta figure it out again. But sometimes that's what grace is having to figure it out again. It just looks different than what you thought it was gonna look like. Well, let's eat.
Yeah, that sounds good. I hand him a fish.
Thank you for the the other fish?
That's no problem. I mean, I have a large collection.
Yeah. Well, thanks. And I'm gonna swallow it whole.
Same.
Okay.
On with the chlorophyll.
Right?
Guys, I'm good. Like I've felt this out. I've felt what I needed to feel. Let's effing do this. Let's find this Elideth shrine, and let's not eat any shrooms because supposedly it's not good. Let's do the right thing. That's what we should do. You're right. I agree with both of you. We should do the right thing.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't eat the mushrooms. They don't take very kindly to that.
I wouldn't know. I've never eaten a mushroom, I don't think, before in my life. I mean, I probably have, just not knowing about it, but it is one of the, it is what it is.
No, I'm talking about the sentient ones that walk around here. They don't take very kindly to that.
The good news is they don't exactly yell or scream. The bad news is
They don't yell or scream.
sometimes it's directly into your mind. Not pleasant. I would avoid it.
You said that sentience, like a
Like you or
Like-
me or Kulu over here.
they can talk, or and
In
and
the
interact.
sense,
It's adjacent to talking.
they have their own ways of communication.
Yes.
You will understand if we come across them. Be polite.
Okay, so just be nice. Just be nice.
Yeah. That's all that people really ask for down here.
I like that.
Unless you go
All right.
really deep and then they don't ask you to be nice. They just, you don't want to go down there.
Slash everything in the dark.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll be careful and we'll say hi and bye and be polite. That's what I've learned. That is the appropriate thing to do.
This will probably be our last fire for a little while.
Definitely.
Try not to light too many fires inside the fungal forest.
Is there any, Eric? Would those little aloe things still give light?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna pee on the fire.
You don't have to do
Okay.
that. I'm using Druidcraft to
Got
put
it.
the fire out.
Got it.
Yep, he just kind of basically stands up in front of you guys.
Regardless if it goes
unzips.
out, I'm gonna finish. So
Yep. So you guys have officially seen a little bit more of Gorbeck than you ever intended.
Why is it striped?
the way Mama likes it.
And this is why we call him Stripe.
Yeah, I can tell that. You know what? I think I'm just going to go with Kulu on this one and just call you Stripe from now on.
Congratulations,
At your
Gorbeck.
service.
Someone actually calls you Stripe.
That's okay. That's eventually maybe that's the plan. I hope everybody everybody outside of the normal people that hang out. That's what they call me.
I'm just wondering, is it candy cane or is it like just one in the middle?
Like little stripes, there's two little lines.
I imagine
They
it's
all
like
kinda
tiger
come to the-
stripes all the way down.
Yep, Tiger.
They kind of come to the point, like they're like little tiger stripes. I'm green with purple stripes, not purple with green stripes. So. Yeah, and then I'm
And
gonna
obviously his hair is purple.
I'll do you guys need this? And I'll hold that around. Like, can you see in the dark? I can see in the dark.
You know, I will take it.
And I hand him like a bushel of just whatever. I don't know what it is, but it glows and it's kind of cool.
Am I aware of what this is?
Yes, it is a type of underground fern. You don't really have a name for it, but it does tend to grow in the caves in some places. It it's weird. When it grows in clusters, and it doesn't seem to expand very rapidly, which, given your natural knowledge, means that it probably has very specific conditions in which it will grow.
Interesting. Well then, got my light source. Right. I'm gonna use Druidcraft just to make sure that the smell of Gorbeck's pee is gone. Just from the fire and everything.
A light gust of fungal air just kind of goes. No, fresh water air.
Oh, it's fresh water, yeah.
So we
Yeah,
got
just kind of comes through.
we got cave water, ammonia, and whatever the heck Gorbeck is burning, all mixed together.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be...
Yeah.
That reminds me. What are you burning there, bub? Like, that's like an interesting little vessel you got there. And I'm a goblin, and so, like, I get interesting vessels.
We lizard folk like to use everything that we acquire. We kill a monster, and we use all the meat, all the bones.
So is there a reason that you're using the head as a pipe?
Brazier
Brazier. Huh?
allows me to burn the incense.
It's a nice, handy little portable incense burner, so that way you don't have to, stick it onto, the open surface and hope it doesn't go out or anything like that. It's just all nice and contained.
Touche. What are you burning?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Sometimes burns green, sometimes blue. Never know.
Some of the mushrooms around here have some really interesting side effects if you breathe in the smoke. I try not to ask.
There's reason lizard folk can see in dark. This might be it.
Touche.
That might definitely be it.
Well, hey. Well, let's hey, can y'all breathe underwater with those stuff? Like, is that possible?
I don't know about breathing underwater, but I can hold breath for a very long time.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. I'm very adept at holding my breath.
What about, like, being really strong?
Certain fungal inhibitors might be able to,
I'm
bulk
50-50 on that. Got these tiny arms.
What about, last one here, what about being able to yell really loud?
Depends on how big the thing that's in front of me is.
Touche.
Although I tend not to get scared, so.
Let us continue.
Anyway.
I believe I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna switch out my daggers real quick as I pull them out, and I'm gonna just throw down. Do you want these, the rusted ones? Do you want them?
It's not really in my wheelhouse to use that style of weapon.
I can make trade. And I'll hand you a stone dagger for one of your metal ones.
Fun.
Perhaps it finds use back in camp. When we return, we can still use it until it breaks.
My stuff. I don't think my stuff kept up. It's lesser. Oh well. Okay. Cool. Stone dagger. Feels good, man. Thanks. Yeah. Let's effing go.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. So, after tidying up a little bit, you turn and face the stark difference where the stony edge by the underground river gives way to a massive tangle of mushrooms. Varying sizes, from tiny petite ones the size of small insects, towering to the size of large buildings in some cases. Very interesting. So, as you guys wade in, you keep on the look for anything particularly dangerous. Now, which of you guys are going to be leading the pack?
I think this is a fight between me and Tater.
I guess it would probably be me.
Okay.
Gorbeck.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay. So, one of you guys can give me perception, and the other can give me survival.
Yeah, since I'm in the front, I'll take perception.
Okay, I'll take the survival then.
Can
Okay.
I assist Gorbeck on the survival?
You can, or
Just
you
trying
can
to
roll a
lead-
separate nature check. Your choice.
Um,
One or the other.
I'm gonna help him out with the survival.
Okay.
Just trying to lead him in the right direction. You know, if he's ever looking off in the wrong place or something like that, or what I feel to best to be the right direction.
Okay.
Is it so advantage or
Yep. That's advantage.
Mm-hmm.
nice? Heck yeah. 18. I rolled a 15 on the first one, but 18 is much better than 15.
Do you have any pluses to it? You're a bard, so you should get half proficiency at least.
Passive.
He may not have that.
I mean, I'm half proficient. So,
He should at least be half proficient.
yeah, I get a plus
Okay.
2.
Plus 2, so dirty 20?
No, I rolled an
Oh,
18 with the passive
With
perception. is what I'm saying.
with the bonuses added on.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay. So,
Perception was a 16.
yes, I saw that. So, yeah, you guys seem to begin starting off this next leg of your journey much better than the previous. Kula is able to generally lead the pack in what seems to be relatively the right direction as far as you guys can tell. Being able to make surprisingly good progress as you guys go and avoid any areas of fungus that appear particularly treacherous. Indy, thankfully, a couple times your need to keep Gorbeck from touching particularly dangerous flora and fungi down here is actually kept pretty much to a minimum, as you're able to teach him some very simple rhymes and mnemonics to temper some of his more curious streaks. Some mnemonics are actually false, but you come up with just to limit any handling. At any rate, you guys are able to make.
I was trying to think of something to say that's a nice little mnemonic to go with it. It's like, no, nothing's coming to mind right now.
It's okay. Sorry to spring that on you. No. But at any rate, so yes, between all of this good stuff, you guys are actually making some pretty good progress. And before long, you guys start to notice a subtle shift in the surrounding vegetation, such that instead of just fungi, you start to notice some ferns and other type things slowly start creeping in, leading you guys to believe that you guys are nearing the edge, the far distant edge of the fungal growth, after only 3 or 4 hours travel. So as you guys reach the far edge, the fungi still continues, but they start growing a bit more clustered as the ground beneath you starts to slowly descend and pools of water start to form. In moments of concentration in the distance, you guys can hear the echoes of drips and waterfalls in distant caverns. Slowly letting you know that the area kind of fills a little bit, but none of the area is quite submerged. Before long, however, you guys reach something close to a hard stop, an edge to the the fungal force as part of the wall quickly shears upwards as you reach perhaps the back of a cavern. Before you lies a heavily pot-marked cliffside with numerous passages, most appearing natural, all spidering out. However, there is one section before you that, while still natural, is rather large and seems to be partially submerged underwater, such that the path forward lies under, as far as you can guess, a couple feet of water that you would be treading.
I'm willing to take my guesses on that is going to be our path forward.
Yes. Kula, with that same perception check, as you're kind of giving a quick look around, there is a familiar smell that kind of winds up in the back of your senses. Not very offending, but it's just the familiarity of it that it kind of starts creeping in. It leaves a sort of bittersweet kind of note, in the sense that you associate some bit positive but also negative with it, but can't quite place the source. Okay, so before you lies a partially submerged tunnel that leads onward. Coolberg, the offensive stench. Go ahead and roll me a history check as you continue to recall.
This is either going to be good or bad.
Is
No, I got an
Nate?
8. You can't place the exact source or the memory, but it's a kind of a vaguely piscine, almost kind of like rotting fish kind of smell. And Drictus kind of senses it too, but it's mostly just like oh, hey, this is basically just how the place smells at low tide, kind of smell.
That's the
Based,
bay.
or like if you're like La Jolla in San Diego.
Ah, we're back in the bay. I gotcha.
I can't place it. It's like a vague memory inside mind.
It just reminds me of the bay.
Taste it on the air.
It's not coming from my pouch, is it?
It's not coming from my brazier, is it?
I
Might
farted
be
back
coming
there.
from
I'm
the
sorry.
Car bag!
The couple
Yeah, I was gonna
tubes.
say something, but a couple of mushrooms wilted, so I figured it wasn't a good idea.
So that is what purple smells like.
Well, at least it wasn't green.
It's musky. It's musky.
Earthy.
Alright. Well, I guess we're going to have to go through the water to get to where we're going anyway, so... Last one in's a rotten egg?
On a trip and a cannonball! And yes, I will cannonball. That is a real.
Okay, so Gorbeck rushes, jumps, and then cannonballs into like 2 foot deep water. It makes a bit of a splash, though. I mean, he's pretty big for a large creature, like bordering on medium.
Yeah.
But
4 foot. I'm a 4
You have to admit, he has good form.
I give it a
Yeah.
7 out of 10. For sure.
Yep. So now he's just kind of sitting in the water, and he's kind of like holding on to himself, and he's like kind of chest height. The water's coming up
I
there.
just start walking into the water.
That would probably been a better idea.
Alright. Let's just flip over on the back and just start floating back, paddling forward.
One of these days, I will teach you to swim upright instead of on back.
No, this is more comfortable.
Perhaps. This is faster.
I've done way too much just swimming. I like to relax and enjoy it now.
I'm gonna try to do the body flow thing like dolphins do,
Or like basically like Kulabert does, but up and down instead of side to side.
Yeah. One of these days, I'll teach my ears to do the thing.
Have your ears paddle for you? That'd be quite impressive.
More of a hindrance than anything, honestly.
Your ears start learning how to do the breaststroke and start gaining muscle.
Yep. But you guys don't get very far because while you guys continue on into the darkness, the ground slowly starts to raise up and you end up elevated off the ground and are going through this process where you guys are standing on top of mud, basically, but land before it descends back down into water and continues on. But you guys hit a bit of a... after descending into some water and moving along, let's see here. I believe, yes, Indrictus. Yeah, Indrictus. You hear a sound. It's kind of like a vague grinding sound, or almost like someone shifting their weight on rock. And just like that little bit of scree and dust kind of gets loose. I'm like, where the heck is that sound?
Holding the little glowy fern up, just trying to get as good of a look around.
As you kind of like are holding up the glowy fern, a slightly larger piece of rock falls right past your head into the ground. And as you look up, a piece of the stalagmite or type on top dislodges and falls down into the water beneath you, and then begins to swarm at you.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is going to be some combat.
Oh no, it's these things that are in the corner of our screens.
Maybe. They could be there. Right quick for a surprise round. Go ahead and roll your initiative.
You said no, Momo.
I got minis for these.
Yeah, but that would be a 19 to hit you, Indy.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
For a total of 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As this dark mantle hits the ground, launches itself at you, trying to wrap yourself in this weird leathery kind of... It's hard to tell because it's kind of hard to see in the dark here, but it wraps around you, something kind of like a wet blanket, and is slowly starting to constrict you.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So...
Did that deal any damage?
Yeah, no, 4.
4. Okay,
Andy, what was your initiative?
My initiative is the 7 because I accidentally rolled it twice.
Okay. Coolbert? 5. Gorbeck?
12.
What'd you get?
16.
Ooh, nice. Okay, dope.
All right.
Let's go ahead. Swap it. Combat right quick.
Guess I will change the screen. There we go.
That's 2. All right, cool. And you guys can see everything. That is good. Yeah. Okie dokie. So, top of the initiative.
You gotta work on these little things, man.
What little things?
Just barely see them, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, they're tiny.
It's like it's dark.
It's probably because it's on a different layer than what we're on.
Well, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
it's
But I mean,
chosen
ours are predominant. Like these are just like little bitty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because they're not the same kind of tokens.
Yeah,
Maybe not
that's
the
true.
same kind of token. So,
Watch yourself, Gorbeck,
yes,
or
sir.
else.
You're right.
You know what? Never
You're right.
mind.
You know what? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I said
you're
I was
right.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Gorbeck.
I'm sorry.
Another dark mantle. Oh, you guys.
Well, now everyone knows they're actually dark mantles.
What's a dark
Oh,
mantle?
Yes.
Give me knowledge now, so that way I can not lose a dagger again.
You won't have to worry about losing the dagger.
Maybe an arm.
All right, another dark mantle dislodges from the ceiling next to you. You can't see it on the map, but it's there. It's to the right of you. And attempts to attack you. But I roll a 10, so
No, sir.
yeah.
I am unhittable, boys. I am unhittable.
I would like to be unhittable.
Speaking
Really
of
quite amazing.
Gorbeck, it is now your turn.
Ooh, okay, cool. See, what are these things? Ah. Okay, cool.
Eric, would I be aware of what a dark mantle is?
Yes, they're common enough all throughout the place that both you and Kulberg are familiar. You run into them a time or two.
They're called dark mantles, Gorbeck.
Do they eat my daggers?
No.
You are good. Stab away.
You're a good stab away. Just make sure you stab really, really hard.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
The eye.
Well, I can't aim for the eye. I'm not allowed to do that in Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
So.
flavor-wise, you can.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't give me advantage.
Nope.
Anyway, so are you telling me that in game, Kula?
Yeah.
Or whoever? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this, like eyeballs. Is there like 2 eyes? Is there 7 eyes? Are there 5
They
eyes?
have a
Do they have
crown
eyes?
of eyes all around them.
I'm gonna
There's
aim
like
for the prettiest one.
6 or 7 in total.
He
I'm gonna
said
aim for the
he said
prettiest
aim
one.
for the eye, and you just see like 7 of them there, and you don't know which eye to aim for. You're like, that one.
Yeah, they got like 360-degree vision.
I'm going to roll the first one and roll a 16 or 17. Wait, 18. Sorry, math.
That hits.
Okay. Roll for damage. 2, 5. total.
5 damage.
And then I'll roll with the second one. I guess I've learned I don't get the bonus on this one.
You get it on the attack roll, but not on the damage roll.
Yeah, I know. That's stupid. So, dirty 20. And 4.
Nice.
So, dirty 20 was your attack roll.
Mhm.
Okay, and what was the damage?
4.
Oh, okay, I thought those were both your die results. I misunderstood. Okay, then Dark Mantle's starting to look kind of hurt. Let's see next up. Another Dark Mantle falls from the ceiling and saunters over to Gorbeck to try and wrap him in the slimy embrace.
No.
That's a 23 to hit. For
I
a
guess
total-
guess that hits.
Yeah, that is 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Owie.
Yep.
Owie.
And basically, it's just has you kind of grappled. Yep. Another dark mantle falls from the ceiling
Oh boy.
and moves over between Indy and Gorbeck, this time attacking Indy.
Oh, please don't.
That's a 10 to hit, so that's a miss. Yep, that's a miss. Skippy. Indrictus, you are up.
All right. So I'm grappled by this guy, right?
No, it's grappled with you ish, but I mean yes, your speed is 0 unless you want to break out.
Okay. But I can still attack and all that jazz.
Yep, and you suffer no penalty for attack.
Okay, so I'm going to wiggle my hands free as best I can, grab onto the gem in the center of my necklace, rub back on it, and cast Frostbite on the one that is grappling me. The con save, DC 13.
DC 13 con save.
Mm-hmm.
That is dirty 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else can I do? I think that is going to be it from me. Because I can't move, and my action was casting the spell. So, and I don't want to use my bonus action yet. That's it for me.
Okie dokie. So, next up, the Dark Mantle that attacks you first. It's going to attempt to continue to crush you. Since it's doing so, it gets advantage on the attack. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Okay.
Okay. And at this point, it is slowly trying to take you and devour you in its mouth. And so you are now blinded and you're unable to breathe while being crushed by this dark mantle.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I can hold my breath for up to 15 minutes.
That is true. Very good at doing so. Coolberg. Indy's getting eaten. Gorbeck's getting ganked.
Indy, you are embarrassing us in front of Stripe. You should try a little harder. As I wipe a little bit of blood off of his arm where this thing struck him from falling from the ceiling, as I wave it in the air as the arcane glyphs seem to glow off of his fingertips, as they glow from this bright white yellow into almost like a black white, as I cast Bane on 1, 2, and 3. So the one between Endy and Gorbeck, I will leave. They need to make a charisma saving throw, DC 13.
Ooh, charisma. That's not too good.
I don't know about you,
so
but I
this
don't
is the
think they
one
have too many friends.
To the left of Indy. That is a -1 total. The one to the top right of Gorbeck. That is a 0. And then to the one on the bottom right of Gorbeck. That one is a 9. So they all fail.
We'll then take a step towards Endy. And then... Do I have anything for a bonus action? Did our rest at the beginning of the game count as a short rest?
Yeah, if you wish to take one.
Alright. So then I will go on ahead and use my Hungry Jaws as I reach out with my snout and try and take a bite out of the tendrils wrapping around Endy.
Okay, yep.
15.
15 is a hit.
For 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage! And the slimy, kinda like salty calamari-esque flesh of this dark mantle writhes in pain a little bit.
I don't know how you eat the squid, and this tastes terrible.
You. I got. I'm sitting
Yeah,
there.
are your
I do the little suck it sign with my knives.
And that's it for Coolberg.
Okie dokie. Top of the mist, dark mantle. Attacking Gorbeck. He's banged. So what does that do? Like negative
Yes.
D4 or something?
Yeah, it's a minus 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, so let's grab the D4 real quick.
And I am concentrating.
Yes, and I believe... No, it's not that one that has you grappled with. Okie dokie. Well, I would have got a 24. Minus 4 is a dirty 20. So I still hit, but... Okay. And that one's going to land 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ! That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
You know, it happens. Okay. And so, Gorbeck, it is your turn.
Okay. And I'm grappled?
Yes, by the one to the top right of you, if I recall correctly.
Here. I thought it was this one.
Well, okay, it can be that one. That just means I would have made that on an advantage, but I guess it doesn't matter. So if it's that one,
no, because this one came up. This is the one that grappled me.
Yeah, this
Okay.
was the one that dropped first.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
that's the one that grappled.
I can break the grapple and still attack. Yes or no?
You break the grapple as an action, unfortunately, and it does require a strength check.
Well, that's not cool because they're clapping my cheeks here.
Yeah. They are. They're a wet blanket, man.
Yeah.
A slimy, wet blanket. Kind of like being smothered by a duffel, I don't know, camping sleeping bag thing.
I'm going to swing my newly minted stone dagger at the one that I've already hit, and then actually, do I wanna do that? No, I think that's the better play. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna swing at that one. Ooh. 9. Oh, that sucks. 9 plus 5 is 14.
It's a hit,
Let's have it go. Okay.
and that's the one to the bottom right of you.
Yeah, that's the one that attacked me originally. So
Okay.
this one, and that's
Yep.
that'll be 6 total damage.
6. Okay. He's starting to look pretty rough.
All right, let's
Definitely bloody.
Let's swing the next one at him.
Okay.
Then. Plus 5 is 13.
13 is a hit.
Woo! Come on, Daddy-O. Come on! Big slinging 3.
Okay. Getting down there, still up, but
Life sucks, then you die.
yeah. Or get eaten by a squid monster.
And I have no movement, so
That's not the way
Like
this calamari's supposed to go.
Hey man, Squid Game. Dungeons and Dragons style.
No.
I've actually, I haven't
hope
seen
you
it yet.
didn't.
I haven't seen
I
it
hope
yet
you
either.
didn't do this just because of that, because that's
No,
just,
I've actually not seen it.
good.
It's wonderful. Watch it.
I need to find it.
Okay, well, no, I just did that because I was like, oh, wow, I haven't done Dark Mantles yet. This seems criminal.
I mean, yeah, they're in the corner of our little frames.
Exactly. I made a whole point. I wrote it down and everything.
Wrote it in my diary later that night. I passed the turn.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Next up is the one that's got you grappled, Gorbeck. Roll out on advantage. Okay. -4 from Bane. But that will come out to a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Awesome.
I'm trying, Gorbeck. I'm trying.
That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this dark mantle, the little claws at the edge are slowly start trying to force you into its mouth. And same way, you are now slowly being devoured as the, and you can no longer breathe or see.
Fun. Very fun.
Yeah. I mean, not fun at all, really, but, you know. Okay, next up. This one. Let's see, this Dark Mantle is going to move forward between Gorbeck and Indy because it wants to attack you, Pelibert. Because the other two seem to have been claimed.
Oh, Kulu, you can't do this. You can't go.
That one was not banged. So that's going to be an 18 to hit.
Definitely a hit.
Yep, that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Yep, as this Dark
Ma'am.
Mantle is slowly
Ma'am.
starting to wrap
Ma'am.
around you. You guys are slowly getting devoured.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to down some players. TPK, TPK,
No.
TPK.
No.
It is looking like a serious possibility.
You can get this one. Like, I should be. Okay.
Technically, you guys, can't see anything, but it's great. Indy,
Even if I can't
Yeah,
see anything.
so I'm going to try to break free of this
your
grapple.
head is in this thing's mouth.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get it out. Thank
You're
you.
blinded. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So that's
Roll me a strength check.
strength check.
Yep.
Okay. Hit the button here. Boom. Fuck.
It's not budging. That's an action. What do you want to do?
Bonus action. I am going to use my starry form, and instead of the bow that it formed last time, it will turn into the shape of a chalice. So I'm taking the starry form of the chalice.
I figured.
Yeah.
What does that one do?
When I cast a spell using the spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, you or another creature within 30 feet of you can regain 1d8 hit points plus my wisdom modifier.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie then.
That is...
Anything else? You
that
still
is-
got movement.
No, I don't. I have 0 movement because I'm grappled.
Okay. That's true.
So that is it for me.
Hey, Dark Mantle. The one grappling you. Drifted. Pull that Bane. Not that I think it will actually matter. It just kind of seals the deal here. Yeah, that's a 9,
Yeah,
which
that's
is a miss.
that's a miss.
Yeah, even at advantage. All right, Coolbert.
Alright, Coolberg is now grappled as well. As his claws grow out into these nasty green edges, as once again they light up with that primal savagery. as he slashes at his grappled target.
Okay.
There's 17 to hit.
17 hits.
That is going to be 8 points of acid damage as I slash across it.
Okay.
To end my turn, I would like to use my bonus action. I look over to Gorbeck, who is now drowning, suffocating, or I should say, and I will cast Healing Word as I'm like, "You're doing good, Stripe. Keep going."
I'm working on it right here.
As I
Okay.
for 4 points of healing, minimum healing. Excellent. That's
Woo!
so you heal 4, and that is
+4.
Sauce fall.
as Kolberg now struggles
Stupid
with his
squid.
dark mantle.
Okay.
That's all.
Okie dokie. Next up, Dark Mantle that's currently trying to eat Gorbeck. Bang. That's a 10 to hit, so that's a miss.
Suck my.
No, Bane is helping. That would have been a hit, you know. Good choice there.
If it wasn't helping, I wouldn't have used it.
Okay. Let's see here. With that, that's not working. Yeah, the Dark Mantle is going to detach itself from you. And then it is going to depart and jump up into the ceiling.
Oh.
You can provoke an attack of opportunity with it, the Gorbeck, if you want.
Heck yeah, you mother.
It is. I mean, it's.
I'm gonna
pretty
smack the one that just
dangerous.
let go of me. Say, get off of me, and then I'm gonna roll and 14, 19,
19's a hit.
and attack of opportunity doesn't do bonus, right?
No.
No.
No. Okay, so 3 damage.
Oh, no,
Three
no.
damage.
Your statistic bonus gets added in. It's not a bonus attack. That's what we were thinking. So you do get your modifiers for it.
So I would have got my modifiers for the attacks before.
You get it on your main attack, but not if you use it as a bonus action,
So
which you're not doing here. It's an actual attack. So
Well, I know that's what I'm. That's what I'm saying. Would I get my pluses?
yeah.
Oh,
You totally
This
did.
counts as a main attack.
Then 6 damage.
Yeah, we misunderstood what you were saying.
okay.
So 6 total damage.
Okay. So, you stab the Dark Mantle as it attempts to run away. You see it flip out and then jump up into the ceiling. And then a couple moments later, it falls back down to the ground limp. As whatever main artery or whatever you punctured during its escape seems to have legitimately ended it.
You have a pissed off goblin.
Do we really have a pissed off goblin?
Find out right here.
Okay, but yep, it is dead. Speaking of Gorbeck, it is now your turn.
Does this work on saves, like spell saves as well? Bane.
Yes.
Yes.
And I look at at this one. I look here. I will eat your eyes, and I will gobble your bone. Well, your cartilage. I will destroy you with everything inside of me. And and I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
at level 2.
Big boy.
That's a good spell.
And you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice can hear. Oh God. And we rolled 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
But that's okay. So I got to make a save against what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to save first. Sorry. It's a Wisdom 12.
Okay.
And you got to do the D4 thing.
Yeah, though it gets no bonus to wisdom, and I rolled a 4 minus 4 from Bane, so I got a 0 on the check.
Now,
And how
Hell
much
yeah.
damage did it
Yeah.
take? How much damage is that?
13 damage, and the creature, let's see.
Psychic damage,
Does it-
right?
Yeah, psychic damage. It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Yeah, that thing is going and like runs all the way back there, just like back in the corner, and leaps up back into the ceiling. You're not you're not sure exactly, but it's like, that was actually very effective. First time you've ever used that spell. You basically just channeled the worst concert you've ever given in your life into this thing's brain. And it had a similar reaction as when you performed it live.
Were the assless chaps with studded rhinestones necessary for that concert?
Yes.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
But yes, they were.
Was it a
Necessary?
choice? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
No. But it's sterile, and I like the look.
But yes, it flees in terror, which means that thing is basically dead. That
was a bad roll. Oh man, I wish I could have rolled that one. God dang.
Okay. Well, that makes the Dark Mantle that was attacking Gorbeck. Advantage on set attack. But that one was not baned. See, I always come up flirting with the line of 20s because this is the third 19 I've rolled tonight on the die. It's just never materialized into a 20 yet. It's a little upsetting.
No,
But
it's
okay.
Why does it have advantage on me?
because you're grappled.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or yes, yes.
No, makes sense.
For that.
I keep forgetting that.
That is a 24 to hit. For 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus, man.
I know. You have been getting max crush damage. And you are now being force fed into this thing's mouth. You are blind, deafened, and cannot breathe.
Hold your breath.
Yep. Okie dokie. That is it. Star Watcher.
Yes. So I'm going to attempt to break free again.
Won't you? Break free, break free.
God dang it!
Break free.
Maybe you're praying to the wrong gods. Maybe that's the problem.
I have to be.
Break free.
Let's see. I'm deafened, but I'm not muted, right? I can still speak.
Correct, but it's gonna be heavily muffled.
I'm casting
And, like-
Healing Word on myself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I need that.
And basically, like, there's no prayer. The only thing you're able to utter is, please, please. And the magic takes hold.
I'm using my second level spell slot for this. I heal 6, and then for my starry form, I am going to heal Gorbeck. No, I have to be able to see them. So I'm going to heal myself.
Okay. You could heal the Dark Mantle.
Nope, healing myself.
Sorry.
So I heal for a grand total of 16 this turn.
Damn, you healed more from the chalice than you did your healing word.
Yeah.
But that'll put you up closer near full health, though.
That puts me back at full health.
There you go, man.
That is going to be my turn.
Yeah, it's that Circle of the Stars Druid.
Oh, yeah. Major heals.
Nice. Nice, guys.
Combine that with Life Cleric and game over.
Yeah. Any of you guys out there thinking whether or not Circle of the Stars is for you? So, it's a pretty good example there. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Awesome. Well, that Dark Mantle is going to feel a slight warming in its mouth and then try and bite down on that shit. Also doesn't like that you're wiggling around.
Nope.
That one is Bane.
Go.
That's a 12 to hit.
That's a miss.
Again, the Bane rolling in to prevent another hit. Man, Bane is doing some serious work.
He's the
By the
healer,
way-
I'm the utility.
You're keeping up on the concentration on that, right?
Yes, they're in chat.
So they are.
Mhm.
Carry on. Speaking of, it's your turn.
Excellent. I am blind, suffocating, grappled, and not happy. So Gorbeck is going to grow his teeth this time that are inside the Dark Mantle, and once again primal savagery his way through as he tries to bite down. Disadvantage,
If you can't-
correct?
Yeah, because you're blinded. Or I guess, actually, that's a good question.
It should be disadvantage. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's a 10 to hit.
Yeah. I mean, it
Or,
does.
sorry,
So-
disadvantage is an 8. Disadvantage
So
is an 8.
to realistically, that doesn't make much sense because if it's on your face, you know what? I actually don't care. I'm not going to give you disadvantage on that because it's stupid that you would get disadvantage on the creature if it's attached to your face, right?
Well, it's because I'm blind. Blind causes disadvantage.
I know, but that would typically occur because you're blind and you can't swing at something you can't see what it.
Let him have grace. What did we talk about earlier in the show?
It is not a big
Understand.
deal.
You failed
So,
either way.
I guess he failed
basically.
that way.
I don't know. What's your total?
8.
8
Yep,
with disadvantage,
that fails.
10 without.
Oh, yeah, you fail either way.
Yeah.
I don't
so
know, but
not,
this is going to be a good question for the round table.
not fussed about it. As a bonus action, while I'm sitting there fighting and struggling and trying to grab, I grab onto the necklace with the cockatrice skull as I kind of try and take a moment to like calm myself as I utter a prayer and harness my divine power to regain one of my expended spell slots.
Okay. Have you tried banging your head against the wall?
It might work. Just saying.
Maybe.
The trick here though is that I have to find a wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh look, a wall.
A wall.
But would Gorbeck remember that it's there?
Yeah. Anything else?
Nah, that's it for him.
Cool. Top of the niche, Gorbeck now, because the other Dark Mantle is gone.
Okay. Suck it, Dark Mantle. How's this one looking?
That one, it's taken some hits. It's showing some wear. It's not seriously injured quite yet, but it's on the cusp of being that way. And also, I guess Indy's blind, but I guess it does still. We'd still get flanking on that.
Okay, but I don't get flanking with a spell, right?
No melee attacks. So
Oh,
You're doing pretty good with those too. So
yeah, unless you have a melee attack spell, in which case you're good there.
no, not that kind of hard.
You can go College of Valor.
I think we're going to. I guess we'll just do the attacks because I think that is better
Blade Singer.
for him. And I'll
taking
say-
Shadow
That's
Blade.
wizard.
And I'll say to Kula. I'll say Kula. The Goblin Rage has been released, and then I'll start swinging
Okay,
at
Kula.
at your face.
You hear some shrieking. You hear. You're like some sound vaguely coming over from Gorbeck because you are deafened.
You lose your
24
sister here. You
24.
don't like this.
24 is a hit.
And that's what. Oh, here it's an advantage, right?
No.
You
it's
said flanking.
Flanking is +1, right? For your
Yeah, it's
home rolls?
+1.
Oh, 25. My bad then. Sorry, it's not advantaged. Then we got a full 7 +1, right?
I don't know about the damage. I know about
Yeah.
the attack.
Yeah, it's just to attack.
Oh, okay.
But it's 7, so you roll. Okay, so 7.
Mhm.
Still a solid hit. With that, you kind of reach forward. You stab the dark mantle that's on Cullerberk's head. Cullerberk, you feel warm, slimy liquid start filling the interior of the space where you're at. You assume it to be some kind of blood.
Guys, I think it's trying to ink.
I
You
made
made
him
me-
ink.
But yes, as you stab, blood starts coming down. The creature's starting to look pretty injured. Another hit like that would probably finish it.
Well, we're gonna come at it again. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 14's it, right?
14's hit.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
So that's just a D4 on that.
And then 3
It's just the damage on the die.
3 damage.
Still,
Okay, still good. It's getting pretty low.
get some good hits on it.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. With that, it's that Dark Mantle's turn. That Dark Mantle is similar to the other one, besides fuck that mess. It's going to vomit you out and then attempt to retreat. That is actually both Gorbeck and Cullerberk. Cullerberk first, who will get the attack of opportunity, and then Gorbeck as it attempts to flee.
Yeah. Ugh. As I go and I try and slash at it with my claws. No, don't do that. Nope. Nope. 7.
Nope. Okay, it's gonna go farther. Gorbeck.
All right.
Get that hit. Get that hit.
This is the one that was on him, yeah?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's the one you had just stabbed.
I'm gonna toss up the stone dagger. Say, time to die, squid. And then, boom, fling it.
You can make a melee attack.
Yeah, you-
Okay. Yeah.
You can make the
Either way, damage is damage, right?
It's cooler. Shut up.
I gotcha.
18 plus 5, so 23.
Hits. Almost 22.
Almost.
Stop it. Stop it.
Almost.
Stop it. 25. Yeah, right. 25. 5 damage.
Okay. The Dark Mantle hits the ground, whips around, and goes to launch itself back up in the air. You release the stone dagger. It hits the Dark Mantle mid-air, and the Dark Mantle just sails and splats on the water and just kind of sits as a black mass on top. It's dead.
And then I'll slowly turn. Somebody else's turn. And then I'm going to run
I think
and
that's 2 you've killed this combat.
a cool wall run thing here. Let's see. One, I was here. So 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20.
That was supposed to be
30? 30? Yeah.
I was gonna say that was an attack of opportunity.
That was attack of
reaction.
opportunity. That's a
Oh
reaction,
yeah, so it's not your turn.
You don't. Yeah.
Oh, it's attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, cool. Never mind. I
But it
don't
was
know,
very cool.
It was
Yeah.
very cool. And I didn't get to see it.
Okay. Indrictus, you are up. You're hearing muffled sounds of a lot of different stuff going on around you.
All right. I'm gonna try again to get this thing off me.
Okay.
An 11.
An 11 does not pass.
Dang it!
You go. See, this is what happens when you dump strength.
I didn't dump strike though. That's it for me.
Well. You're just gonna lie down in abject upsetness. Alright, so this thing's gonna continue trying to attack you. Because it's still pretty healthy. And Bane. So that's fucking 11 to hit. Okay, so, alright. Never mind there. Coolberg. And then Gorbeck, you're on deck.
We have an ultimatum. Do we wait until he gets the monster off? And we just like, what? We've been done for like 3 days. Fine, I'll help. As I go,
No, you're deafened, but
No, I'm deafened. I can't hear you.
as I grow
I'm
out my
messing with
claws
you. Yeah, you can
to
still hear
primal
it.
savagery.
Okay, you're gonna claw into the thinly
Fine, there we go. Decent roll. 17.
is a hit.
There we
As you
go.
take those deep claws and rake into the thin membrane, separating Indrictus from air.
I just kind of give him a little scratch though.
Yeah.
Like I try and like do like a
You're
like a
petting
tickles.
him through the blanket.
Yeah, through like a tiny tickle scratch as I deal 2 points of acid damage.
Woo,
Just trying
2
to get
points.
it to like ungrapple to just try and get that spot to make squids go.
Yep.
Pop off.
Indrictus, yeah, you got like a vague kind of citric acid type flavor mixing in.
I don't know where that spot's
got
at
lemonade?
exactly. Let me see if I can't just try and just
More like
get-
fermented lime juice.
He'll be all right.
You gotta give it 10 tickles.
And 10 more tickles would probably be a good idea.
Well, currently I'm only giving it a couple testicles. You gotta try and
Anyway,
find the
are
right
you
spot.
done? You guys are worse than my. Actually, no, you're not worse than my Tuesday crew. You guys are roughly on par with my Tuesday crew. Anything else? Okie dokie. Thank God. Gorbeck, you're up.
Then I'll say, well, technically, I'm still gonna say that you're next. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm gonna slide in the mud and say, Andy,
Ah,
sorry. And then I'm gonna go.
All right.
for
Make
what?
your dagger attacks.
9 plus 14.
Is a hit.
Was that
And
+1
go.
for flanking?
Oh, so 15, but
Yeah, it mainly hits.
3, so 6 damage.
Mm-hmm. Then for your offhand attack,
10.
is that including flanking?
Ouch.
Just misses.
Oh well.
All right, is that it?
See you.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Indy,
Yay.
you're up.
Okay. I'm going to try and break free again. Come on. Come on.
Come on, Indy. You can do it.
21, nat 20.
A natural 20!
Oh,
Well, you did pass the DC 13 strength check.
God.
See, Momo, you are reasons why DMs are like, you know what? If only like a DC 13 save versus like death for a whole bunch of damage, right? That's an easy save. And then
No.
you have people like you who
No.
will fail the Banshee's Wail every single freaking time.
No. It's the other way around. I'll fail the grapples every time from from things that are trying to keep me held in place. But every time that I get like insta killed or anything like that, it's always, oh, I'm good. I know this
Yeah.
for a fact.
Because that's the deal. It's like you'll fail all of it and you'll die, but then you'll make all the death saving
I'm
throws.
like
It's
all
like,
of that saving throws. All right.
like that's freaking ridiculous. Anyway, but yes, you go and you like pull out this dark mantle off your head. And it's
No. You just no.
I now pronounce you Aten and Dark Mantle.
Ew, heck no. And for my bonus action, I'm gonna go. I'm going to shout out the here and cast Healing Word at first level as bonus action on Gorbeck for 4 points, and then Starry Form healing, seeing that he is still, at least from what I understand, relatively worse off than I am. You get an extra 9, so that is
13.
13 points of healing. Hi, I heal. That's it for me.
Got that, Gorb?
You got those 13 points of healing that I just gave you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's see here. Next up is the Dark Mantle. He is going to fail its morale check. This is not going well for it. It's going to attempt to leave. First provoking attacks of opportunity from Indy and Gorbeck.
Cool.
I'll let Indy go first on this one.
Oh, you're gonna let Indy go. Cool.
So that you can chaos.
Right? I'm gonna quickly grab the quarterstaff that I have and just wail on it. Come on, make the rolls.
Yep, you're beating all the dust out of the blanket.
Cool. 18 to hit
Yep.
for 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie, 4 points. Gorbeck.
Gorbeck will also grab his staff, which is tipped with a stone spearhead, and he will also stab at this thing.
A staff with the spearhead. So does that make it a spear?
Yes. 19 to
Okay.
hit.
It is purely a
A
spear.
19 to the
You see, it's a staff all the time. And then when I thrust it at people,
Or
it's a spear.
5 points of damage. Haha.
Awesome.
I rolled one higher to hit and one higher in damage.
Oh, this Dark Mantle's looking rough. And it's going to continue fleeing until Gorbeck. You provoke an attack of opportunity. I'm going to laugh if he gets all 3 of the actual kills.
And then
Oh!
I'll say, something cool and throw my dagger.
Something cool.
Something cool.
Yeah.
I know, this is
Uh,
where you
Griggins
actually
and
say-
Gorbeck are both sitting there looking at each other going, What, did he just say something cool? Like,
Natural 20, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
okay, so that means 4 plus 3, 7 is your base, and then add a d4 to that. Not that it matters. But
only one.
But for Alex,
8.
we'll need to know for damage.
8 points.
Eight total points.
But it's still 8 points. All right, 8 points to the Dark Mantle. So again, it goes to fly off. You pull out another dagger, throw it, and again, it disappears into the inky black of the Dark Mantle. This one, however, it hits while it's still on the ground. You see it stretch out as if it's attempting to make its jump back up, and then it just falls over. Dead.
And I blow my finger, even though I don't know why I would do that.
You saw like a gnome at some point do that, and you thought it was cool.
Huh.
A gnome artificer somewhere did. It was like, oh, that looks so cool. I don't know what it means, but you've internalized it as a shorthand for suck it. Or something, I don't know. All right, so yes, the Dark Mantle is a dead.
It's a spicy death. Let's up and go.
You know, that thing you did with your fingers? Guys on the boats, whenever I was out traveling in the with the main colony, they would shoot guns at us and then blow them off like that. Those guys are dicks.
What's a gun? Like,
You know what
so
a gun
confused.
is.
well, you probably did something wrong. I mean,
No.
that's usually because when I see people do it, it's always like, ooh, I'm magical. Ooh, I got spice. Ooh, I'm a big three-toed sloth and I do things cool. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
that.
like the ships would come up next to us as we were just passing along, and then they would start shooting at us, and then, I saw this one guy. He tried to throw a dart at us too. It was not cool.
Did he miss?
Yeah, he missed. The
That's
water.
probably because he doesn't do this. That's why.
Yeah, but they just. It reminds me of that. Don't like it.
And then I'll start picking my nose up there. I'll go grab my daggers and. Well, that's what they get. Messing with me.
I assume I don't see that.
Yeah, Gulliberg. Indy, as you guys are having this conversation, you manage to just look over Gulliberg's shoulder as at the edge of your dark vision, a shape moves out. You're like, what the hell is that? More dark mantles? And then Gulliberg cries out in pain from, of course, 2 points of piercing damage.
He winces. Ow!
Yeah, okay, yeah. He's like, oh, son of a... And as he kind of leans over, you see a javelin sticking out of his back.
That's not good. Gulliberg, those don't go in your
Ow!
shoulder.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, what was... ow. Oh,
I think it was that.
I can't see. Wait.
'Cause I'm emitting bright light.
Yep.
I can't see. It's like at the. That is definitely just outside of what I can see.
I'm going to have to ask you to surrender now. Please. Please.
I'm just going to throw at Indy. Indy, as you kind of look over, you're like, another one pops out. You're going, shit! And you manage to dodge out of the way just as the javelin sails over your head.
Don't do that. That's not nice. We don't even know who you are. Who the heck is throwing javelins at us? I'm like,
Okay.
seriously.
In Driptus.
Oh my god.
So,
What?
kind of staring off, it's hard to see. These are vaguely humanoid shapes, somewhat lumpy.
Mhm.
The low light, or the dim light that's being shed off, isn't really enough for you to make out. Not even really Gulliberg. I mean, you got pretty good vision standing near Indy because of the bioluminescent aloe vera that you guys have, but these guys are just out of that. But Gulliberg, the smell now much stronger. That piscine smell that you recall from earlier is there. You can immediately recognize between the smell and the general shape, these are the humanoid fish-like forms of Kuatoa.
What the heck?
But Indy, it is your turn.
Shoot. I am going to once again do the grabbing onto the stone, casting off frostbite.
Okay, which one did you want to target?
Let's go with
Gorbeck, you're on deck, by the way.
that one.
Okay.
So that is a DC 13 con save.
DC 13 con. Okay. That is a 14.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I know, it happens.
And then I am going to 10, 15, 20, 25. Just get around the corner so that way they can't immediately see me.
Okay.
So I'm out of line of sight for attacks or stuff like that. I don't know if you really want to mess with them.
Not that they gave you much of a choice.
Not that they gave us much of a choice. If we're gonna fight, we need to probably drag them closer this way.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, my story form is still going, right?
Yeah, unless you drop it.
Yep.
Okay. Gorbeck, you're up. Gorbeck, you're on deck.
Gorbeck, not enjoying that, takes the javelin out and just kind of holds it in with his spear, and he's like, ow, as he snaps the bit of the javelin wood, and then just kind of drops the shattered remains of the javelin on the ground as he casts spike growth centered here.
Damn.
As he just drops it and just basically and Draconic just goes.
Okay.
And that is a 20-foot radius centered on that point.
Fair enough.
And so for every 5 feet they travel, they will take 2d4 piercing damage.
Good choice. Good choice.
For every 5 feet they travel, you said?
Correct.
They'll take 3?
2d4.
Wow. Okie dokie.
I'm so excited about this right now.
That should slow them down a little bit. Are we making an escape or do we attack here?
Yep, large brambles all of a sudden just go and like tendrils just kind of shoot up and start curling around like barbed wire, encircling the area in front of him. Indy, you see nothing.
Yep.
Need to make a decision though. I'm not feeling the greatest.
Is there 2 of them?
There's 2, yep, you can see.
Okay, I'm gonna run up here. And how easily or not easily would it be to grab the spear out of his neck?
He grabbed that spear and snapped it in half.
Oh.
I
And
can
used
offer
it for
my
effect to
spear.
cast a spell.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
he can offer his staff with a spear-like tip.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm gonna pick up the because I already threw both of my other daggers, so I guess I'm gonna pick up this stupid hole in the wall dagger And my underwater cave thing dagger. Actually, can I pick up the broken part of the spear? Since I can
sure.
improvise. We're gonna pick up that.
That's true. You do have improvised. So
And
he's
then
got Tavern Brawler.
Nice.
I'm going to say,
Everything is a weapon
Kula?
in his hands.
what do you think?
The call is yours. I will support you.
And before he even starts talking, I would say, "That's a good idea." And I'm gonna say, "You mother effers!"
He's like, "What do you think?" He's like, "Well, I think excellent idea."
And then I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, cool. You're starting to think that maybe he wasn't lost, or that maybe his other group might not be missing him that much.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this one.
Okay.
So the Wisdom saving throw of 12. Sorry.
Okay.
You know, I kept saying he's either lucky or stupid. I think it's both.
That is a 14.
God damn it.
I know.
Does it still do half damage on pass?
It does half damage, yeah.
Okay.
So, but it doesn't do what I want.
Oh,
But you wanted it to do more. Did you roll really high?
14, 15, yeah. So 16, so 8 damage.
8. Dang.
Oh, that would have been
Still
so
solid.
good though if they had failed.
Well,
He
that's what
would
I'm
have
saying.
had to
Then it
move his whole
runs
movement in the
And he-
spikes.
because he can't. The only thing is because he has to stay out of danger, but because there's nothing more for him to do, like he has to run through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've got a chance, boys. I've got 3 spell slots.
Yeah, so as that happens, like you hear the weird fish person go, you see it like thrashing about. Does he still have to run?
No.
Oh, it's only on
Okay.
success, or
Yeah.
only on failed.
Okay, all right. Yep, but still, yeah, man, sucks to be it.
Who knows? Maybe he kind of enjoyed the Mankini solo. We don't know.
Okie dokie. Anything else, Gorbeck?
No, I'm good. I'm just Kula. I'm here with you. Let's effing go.
Okie dokie. Well, let's see, Kotoa. He's looking around. He's feeling a little brave. He's gonna attempt to maybe retreat because he doesn't know. He hasn't seen this magic before. He takes damage, correct?
2d4,
Okay.
right?
So go ahead
2d4
and
for
roll
every
that.
5 feet.
Well, he's gonna get 5 feet, take damage, and then realize that's not a good idea. So, so go ahead and roll the damage.
That is 4 points of piercing damage.
Yep. So that one's attempting to retreat, takes 4 points of damage. With that, he's gonna stop, realize this is a very bad idea. Try and figure out. He's looking. It's like fuck. He's maybe if I try and be more careful leaving. And go ahead and roll the damage again.
Maybe if I'm a little more careful this time. Nope.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
7 points of piercing damage.
Nope, that made it even worse. And actually, you're hearing this thing's screams because apparently, whatever it just stepped on, apparently it punctured something kind of important.
I've stepped on bramblebriars before, and trust me, you do scream.
Yeah. So this Kuatoa's like, this is a really bad idea. He's not doing anything else this turn because he recognizes he is in a pickle. Let's see. Next up. Hey, he just got hit by his psychic stuff. He's going to reach back because he's got another javelin. Pull one out. This time he's going to chunk it at Gorbeck.
Miss.
That is 19 to hit.
Yep.
A whopping 5 points of piercing damage.
It's good, man.
Okay. That's all he's gonna do because he's not even gonna try and attempt what his buddy just did. I think that's well. Indy, you're up. Caliburk.
All right.
Caliburk.
I am
Right.
going to
After that.
say over to Gorbeck. You put a little more pep in that step there, buddy, and cast Healing Word. That is 7 points of healing, and then Starry Form healing.
Target him again.
Yeah, targeting him for an additional 4, so that is 11.
11.
points of healing. That was my worst
I will
healing.
take it. I will take it.
Just gotta make
Caliburk is
sure.
not in a position to deny any health.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Attempt to do another frostbite on the one that is within from that little range there. So that is a DC 13 con save.
0 for a total of 6.
Heck yeah!
6 damage.
6 damage!
All right. So that one's looking around, launches, hits Gorbeck, and then whoosh. Ice hits, shatters, it stumbles
Yeah.
back, falls into bramble like razor wire, and starts trying to fidget around. Still alive, but he's looking really hurt.
It also has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll that it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okie dokie.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
He's a little cold.
He's a little cold, just fell on razor wire. He's not having a good day.
He's also in the water too. It's just like,
I know.
like
God
everything.
forbid someone cast lightning bolt right now.
Chain lightning.
Well, I would also remind you guys are
I
also
know.
standing in the
I
water.
know. So that's it for me.
All right, Caliburk, and then Gorbeck, you're on deck.
All right. Caliburk is going to grab onto the cockatrice skull, and it kind of starts to ignite into almost like a pale neon blue smoke that starts kind of erupting from it as he then reaches his hand out, kind of stretching it on the necklace as he then speaks a few words and casts Word of Radiance.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, no, it's not. It's only got a range of 5 feet.
Oh, that's not quite so good. Pick a different
As
one. Go Sacred Flame.
Oh, I don't have Sacred Flame.
Wow.
We're just gonna.
A cleric who didn't take Sacred Flame.
It never
That's
hits
okay.
anyways.
Anyway,
yeah.
I hold the skull over to Gorbeck as I cast. Nope, not gonna do that either. Sorry, I'm maintaining concentration. The concentration is a difficult thing.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
I'm basically just gonna hold it over towards Gorbeck and whisper a prayer, and I'm going to give him the help action.
What are you helping him do?
I basically just start whispering a prayer and be like, "May whatever you throw guide through. Whatever you do, you got this." Just
okay.
give him a little pat on the butt.
I mean, typically you have to help him with a specific action. You have to know what that action is. However,
If it doesn't give him, if it don't give him advantage, that's okay too.
I mean, I'll throw you a bone. Somehow in this moment it works.
You gently caress his arm, imbue the magic into it. It will be stronger.
I start giving him like
It's
false, like in a false sense of like I'm giving him magic. I'm like, this will power you. This will give you everything you need, whether he actually believes it or not.
And then comes
Okay.
the WOG, where all goblins
Ah,
believe it
yes,
comes
you were basically giving Gorbeck inspiration.
That's supposed to be my job.
down.
Well,
I didn't even think
to
about
it.
doing that this fight. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Hey,
Well,
if it floats your boat.
I mean,
Look, you're not an idiot. You have a character that has some
You're just
form of
not that-
ranged weaponry.
you're just
I
not that.
do not have
you're-
any range.
Yeah, you're just not the helpful kind of bard. Yeah, but Gorbeck, it's your turn.
Okay. Do these guys look like they're really trying to run away? Like, are they?
They look like they were wanting to try, but they're heavily wounded. Even from here, they look like they are rough. These guys are not as resilient as the Dark Mantles you guys just got done fighting, and this spike growth has really put them in a bad spot.
They're in a
Do-
pickle.
Do they know common?
Fuck if you know. You've never met any Kuatoa.
Do you guys know if these guys know common?
Me personally,
Kulberg.
I believe they understand it. I'm not sure if they can
They
speak
do
it.
not speak it. You know they speak Undercommon.
They speak with the dark common. The dark common. Not
do you-
regular common. It's
Do
different.
either of you know common or undercommon? I should say. I meant say undercommon.
I speak the ancestral language of the dragons, and this.
I honestly don't deal with a lot of them that would speak it. So no.
But Kulberg, you are also where Kuatoa tend to worship dark gods, or a dark god specifically. So they're like the fishy goblins of the underground waterways.
Like the Underdark Tritons.
Yeah, they're the underdark water goblins.
Okay. I'm feeling nasty right now, like really nasty for some reason.
You've had a rough day.
Just throw something.
I'm gonna growl, and I'm gonna say, "Ponerse de rodillas," and I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at the one closest to me. Actually, no, the one farthest from me.
The one farthest from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Dissonant Whispers. That's a save, correct?
Yeah, the Wisdom save.
See that wisdom come through.
Yeah. Indrictus, Kuleberg. As you guys watch Gorbeck raise his finger and start pointing at this Kuatoa, he starts speaking this language. You guys watch as some of the purple stripes on his body slowly start glowing with this dark light. And you swear for a brief moment his eyes go a little darker. So the Kuatoa makes his save at disadvantage for a total of 2.
It's probably not.
Oh, that was. Oh God,
Kulu,
that
that-
was the exact same roll I made.
Kulu, that's probably not a good thing, right?
12, 16.
No, Endrick, because you can see the light around your little glowy aloe vera starts dimming just a little bit. All of this seems to be lost on Gorbeck as that brief moment of blood rage has captured his attention. I'm sorry, what was the damage?
Nice.
16.
Oh, 16.
And then he's got to run.
Assuming he
Uh,
survived.
Doesn't get the opportunity. As you reach out, it screams out in terror as you watch blood start to drip from its eyes and ears and mouth, and then it just kind of falls back on the brambles, staring with this look of shocked terror on its face.
Then I just want to pull this spear out and kind of stand it next to me. All powerful-ish looking, I guess.
Yep, that felt good. That felt very good, Gorbeck.
And then, what about the last one?
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I'll just state. What about the last one?
Okay.
All right. You're going to stay right there.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling the Kuatoa?
Yes.
As that happens, like the Kuatoa's looking around, he's covered in blood. Just kind of starts laying its weapons on the ground. It seems awfully clear to it that the only way it's getting out of here alive is to surrender. And that's what it does. Indy, Culliver.
I think it best to let him live.
That's fine.
He doesn't.
But the question I have is this the direction we're going?
I thought we were going the other direction.
Nope, you're going that direction.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to start cycling through the languages that I know. Hopefully it understands one of them. Let's start with the most logical choice.
Like I said.
In Aquan, I'm going to ask it. Or I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to ask it, are you surrendering?
It doesn't seem to speak any of the languages as you cycle through. It seems like this is definitely an undercommon.
So what do I have any knowledge of, like, what their culture would be like if they're like goblins of the Underdark? Would I have any any clue? No.
Okay. But you do. I mean, you more or less kind of sense the similar ferocity in these creatures. They don't appear. They appear more schemy than goblins do, like in a more intelligent sense. They're not the raw, chaotic evil that goblins are. Okay. But neither are they the super intelligent and planning or in scheming hobgoblins either.
Okay.
Stripe, you should take this time to retrieve your daggers, and then I will undo the spell and he will let us through. He has laid down his arms. I believe we can pass in peace.
Yeah.
You guys know everything down here better than I do, right? So, yeah. All right.
And if he attacks, then he dies.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep this dang spear, by the way. So.
You mean the top half of the goblin? Or
no, the one that javelined into me.
The javelin that they threw at
Oh,
him.
okay, yeah. I mean, they're very simple. It's almost kind of like a long hardened reed or something kind of like bamboo. And instead of like a singular point, it barbs out kind of like fish hooks. And they've got like some back serrations to them, so it's like when this stabs in, it's got tiny little fins that don't want to come out.
Oh, like a fishing spear.
Yeah, like a fishing
hooks.
spear, exactly.
It hurt.
Yeah. I felt it. Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's got a very homemade quality, but dangerous still.
Okay.
Stripe, has that ever happened to you before? Where everything goes glowy?
You like gotten hit by a spear?
No,
yeah,
no.
lots of times.
No.
I mean, hundreds of times. Literally hundreds of times.
No, when you cast your...
Like when I've accidentally dropped them, or when like anything like that is that, like absolutely it's happened hundreds of times. Like I've stepped on spears, That really sucks, especially in the middle of the night, which is weird because the goblins that I'm around, like they know better. Well, they don't really know better, but they know better that you shouldn't leave, sharp things around because goblins walk around all the time, and it's just something always going on. We don't really sleep. I mean, when we do, we sleep, but we do sleep. So it's not like one of those things. But like sometimes goblins don't sleep, and then they do stuff when they're not sleeping. Huh?
No, not the spears. When you cast that spell, all your little stripes on you started glowing.
It was very
Really?
beautiful.
It was unnerving. There's not a lot that can swallow the light from the stars. That did.
I didn't notice anything. I just cast a spell. I was just trying to, be spooky.
Whatever you were channeling there, I wouldn't suggest doing that again. It might not be a good idea.
So like, don't cast spells?
No. The emotion specifically that you were channeling through that spell.
Oh, I mean, I
It's probably not a good idea.
don't know if I really had an emotion in it. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I did. Maybe I just don't remember it. Maybe I don't know. I have to talk to Caleb about that. That's weird.
There was definitely something dark in that.
Dark?
Very much so.
But you said I was glowing. That's light. That's positive, right? Like that's a good thing, right? Caleb's talked about that stuff. I think.
There are good forces and bad forces.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them can produce some form of quote-unquote light, but they are not the same.
Well, yeah. I was a bad goblin before. I mean, you should have known me before, man. I did some bad stuff. But yeah, but now I'm good. Like now it's all good. Now, like, look at us, like fighting stuff and being friends and helping out. And I'm gonna pull the daggers out of the things and just like kind of lick and see. This is delicious, by the way. You should keep these and eat them. Like this is delicious.
There.
You have a surprising amount of energy for everything we've been through today. But there is light and dark in us all. It is a matter of harnessing those individual energies.
Oh, I think I harnessed it pretty well. I mean, especially when you did that little bramble thing. You know what went through my brain? It was like, oh, shoot, this guy's going to run away and he'll die. And that's cool, right? Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily like the death kind of goblin anymore. I don't prefer to kill people. It's just if like it happens, it happens. I'm not really like I'm trying to not kill people, but also like, touch my friends and then I'll kill them, kind of thing. So it's,
I'm
figuring it out.
starting to have the assumption you didn't survive out of sheer luck.
What?
Perhaps.
Like going through the thing? Like the toilet bowl thing?
Yeah, going through that.
Oh man,
I'm really starting to think it wasn't just sheer luck. Perhaps you're not as changed as you think.
Remember, Andy, there's no such thing as chance. Only fate.
Yes, I know, you say it all the time.
He was meant to be with us.
Fate flows.
If he had not made the choices he made, he would not be here.
That
It
I
is my
agree
goal
with.
in life to be like a river of blood to my people.
No,
Through
think-
good or bad,
Us
he
being
is here
together
to help us today.
and me meeting guys the way I've met them in the past, it's irrefutable that I'm supposed to be with them. No, I tried. I was trying hard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So what are we gonna do with this guy? And let's keep going. We gotta get to the shrine. Do you need any healing? I mean, I can give you a mouth hug and we can knock this out real quick.
Indy helped me. I'm feeling much better right now.
Oh, Indy, you
Uh,
do mouth hugs too? I guess that's right. You sure?
Uh,
Okay.
no, I have healing properties to the magic I cast through my voice.
You
Yeah,
blew me a
that's-
kiss.
Well, that's
Is
what
that-
I do too. It's just I use my mouth when I do it. It helps. It's helpful.
I prefer not to. Aesthetics, personal aesthetics and all that jazz.
It's up to you. So do we want to kick this guy with us, or what do we want to do?
Let him return.
Yeah, I think letting him go back home is probably the best idea.
Okay. I shake my finger at it and I say, "You stop it. Don't."
Let
And
us pass in peace.
Okay. Have you released the spell yet?
What's
Yeah, I release it to pass through it because unfortunately we will also take damage.
Yeah, I don't want to do
So
that.
as you release the spell, the Kuatoa kind of like backs up, and as you kind of approach it, it starts backing up, trying to get put distance between you guys. His eyes just kind of keep flitting over to the two of you, but then like over to Gorbeck, and he eyes you guys warily. You shake and do your gestures, doing everything you guys can think of to get the point across. And at one point, the Kuatoa kind of like bows kind of graciously and slinks back a little bit. And then as you guys kind of like slowly start inching away, he doesn't follow. He just kind of lets you guys pass.
I yell, "Poderse de rodillas!" And then I laugh.
That's what you said
Yeah.
whenever you cast a spell, right?
Yeah, was hopefully he's like really
Yeah.
like craps his pants now.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
just like,
What does that mean?
Something about the morning?
No, it's on your knees, like get on your knees, like kind of thing. I was just
It's a bit aggressive.
well, it's aggressive in a non-aggressive way. Like I'm telling him, get on your knees. It's not my fault that he happened to die. Well, yeah, nah.
Anyways,
Does that little goblin body? Do they have anything on them? Do they have anything on their bodies? They got anything?
not mostly. They seem to be coated in some kind of waxy leather, maybe seal skin or something else you're not entirely sure. But they're rather scantily clad, and most of the weapons and stuff they have are unusable. They do have fishing nets that are weighted. This particular
Oh, thank God we did not get hit with those.
Yeah, they have weighted fish nets, and you can tell kind of by the way they're instructed, like these things are designed to like catch some pretty big prey in them.
Ooh, I'm gonna take those for Arthur.
Yeah, and Cullberg, I mean, kind of seeing that jogs your memory a little bit. Like you have heard stories in the past of people in your tribe coming across this, and these fish people trying to capture them and drag them back home. For what purpose, you don't know, but you know, like sometimes these guys like to steal people or stuff they can find.
These are not good. Not good for my people.
Not
I'm
good,
happy to take them away from them.
not good for mine either.
How many
Yes,
nets are there?
But they're nets. You see two, and then as you guys go to leave, just beyond your sight, you do find a third net.
Hey, do you guys mind if I at least have one of them? I mean, I don't have to take all of them, but a couple of them would be cool.
Take
You
one.
feel free.
Yeah. All like Andy? Yes, no, maybe, yeah.
You can take one.
Ah, one. Cool. Got it. Done.
You can take two. I'm not very good at throwing nets. It's...
Oh, I don't want to throw him. I just want to give him to my. Oh, well, I hope he's my friend. Someday he'll be my friend. Someday he'll be my friend.
Tell me, Stripe. Tell me about your friends while we walk.
Ah, yeah.
I would love to hear more about him. You mentioned one. Kalon?
Yes, Caleb.
You've mentioned
So,
him a couple times.
kind of like when you know how like I found you guys, like you were like just showed up. So basically, what happened was we were attacked by goblins. I know, crazy, right? And
Goblins
so
attacking goblins. That's that.
well, yes,
Happens a lot from
technically.
the top of the
So,
mountain.
so goblins attacked me, murdered everybody. Really sad. I survived somehow because we were attacking something and they knew about it, and we had something that they wanted because I had stolen it because they wanted it. It's a whole long story. Basically, I was left for dead, got picked up by this cool carnival, and I lived under this super horrible master for like 4 years, and then he died. Well, he was murdered. Not by me. I know I seem like the type, but I'm not that. Anyway, then the rest of the carnival, we just kind of became a family, and we love each other very much. And then, then everybody but the three of us were killed. And so, yeah, that was a little. Ooh, don't talk about it much. It was a little disappointing. It's very sad. But then Caleb came up, and he's on his traveling of worlds, helping people, and he helped us kind of clean up and do the things. And then I just asked him if I could come with him because I wanted to be better. And so through that process, I kind of learned some magic and some cool stuff. He's teaching me a lot, and he's teaching me how to be a better person, which I suck sometimes. And so he's just kind of he's my best friend. Maybe I don't know if he's the best friend I've ever had, because I had one that was really good in the circus, the carnival, but it's where I kind of learned to be funny and talk and joyous and mimic things and do things and kind of do what I can. But then he helped me be like the better person, which I was learning in the circus as well. But yeah. And then there's Gander, who's this little halfling, little just scaredy cat little child boy, this little man boy, this little 3-foot little nothing. He's so cute, but he's a big poon. That's really what it is. That's the largest thing about him. But I'm hoping someday, with my ability to love and to care and to, well, just be awesome at things that I'm awesome at, maybe we can build a fire underneath of him, and he'll want to do things, adventure and stuff like that. And then there's Arthur. He was the one that I'm doing this for. He's a sailor. So I've sailed, but I'm not a sailor. So I know stuff, but I don't know everything like he would technically. I don't think the nets are worth anything, but it could be worth something someday. At least to him, I don't know. Maybe he'll like it as a gift. You never know. But he's got a friend named Volred. Arthur, I don't think really likes me. He might like me a little bit because I do some funny stuff, but not like a lot. Like we've had like joyous things, not really. But hopefully someday we'll have stuff. And he punches things. That's what he does, and he's a sailor. And then there's Volred. Volred's his friend, and he's a murderous potential elf. I don't know. He wears a mask and he's got weird skin. Not like weird skin like me, but like weird skin, And
I
so
have seen elves with weird skin before. Very dark and disruptive.
well, they're not. He's not. It's like nasty. It's like he's got like a growth. He's got this lotion that he puts on it. I don't know if it helps.
Oh,
Yeah,
I understand.
So it's not like that. But he's really cool at stuff. Like he likes me a lot. Like a lot. Like he would die for me if I asked him. Like he would do a lot for me. And then there's Caleb. I already told you about Caleb. He's a wizard. He's my friend. He casts spells, and he's got this book that he reads, and he's weird with it. Like he'd go in the bathroom and like read by himself. It's just really odd. I don't know. And then there's Exal. Sorry, I almost said a different name from a thing that I don't even that shouldn't be named, Exal. She's this buff little babe of a chick. If she was taller, I would totally be about her, but I'm not, because she's not tall. Like, she's taller than me, but like tall is but she's just this barbacious little babe, you know, like she swings her axe and she's got this heart of gold, but sometimes she needs to shut up, because she almost got us in a lot of trouble, like a lot of trouble. And I don't know if she likes me. I think she likes me a little bit, but I don't know if she really likes me. And yeah, so that's everybody. That's the DBA S&M, DBA S&M. That's us. That's who we are.
S&M is a very different meaning in my culture than probably what you got.
Well, it's a tie. So that's what we DBA S&M. Like, we try to compact it. So.
Huh.
I do not understand. What language is that?
Neither do I. I don't know.
It's not
anything.
Draconic.
Yep, I have no idea.
It's definitely not Aquan.
I don't know.
Drabasmum.
Arthur came up with it, and we just rolled the
Debasmum.
dice.
Oh. He's the sailor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This makes
done.
sense. This makes sense.
Yep.
You said sailors like to shoot at your
In
people.
the Navy.
Yeah,
oh,
they, they don't like us much.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him about that and see if he's got a problem. I think he does have a problem, but I don't know. I don't really ask him that many questions. Maybe that would be a good idea next time I see him. So.
Yeah, possibly.
Well,
They're
it sounds
great.
like you care for each and every one of them.
I do, all in different ways, and just they're growing. We're growing. We're learning and growing, and maybe you guys could join the group. I don't know if y'all want to, but it's part of it.
Unfortunately, that is not something that I'm able to do.
Hey, it is what it is. We all have our own paths. I'm a goblin with purple stripes, so weirder things have happened, you know?
You're
That's
not
true.
wrong.
That
We
is
all
very
have
true.
our own paths.
We all have our own path.
Yep. So, well, do you think it's close? Are we close? Like, I don't know where this place is.
That's a good question. I've assumed we've had this conversation while we're walking.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're walking.
Do you still have the
Walking.
pearl, Tula?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I just
got
wanted to,
Right here.
because if we don't need it, I'd like it back. But it's not a big deal. I feel like maybe it would be more honorable for me to do that. You know?
Utner weird. They have buckets.
Buckets.
I got
buckets.
lots of pockets.
Pockets. I thought
I
you said
I
buckets.
See,
don't
I
have
gave-
buckets.
Just
Not a
pulling,
lot of.
pulling.
Only
small
the
little-
bag.
I pull a small stone out from, the internal pocket flap. Yeah, it's my favorite stone. Well, second favorite stone. Favorite's right here. Put it back.
Okay. So after a bit of time, you guys are starting getting to the point where you start feeling the exhaustion kind of creeping up as you're sure you are very quickly coming towards the end of the day. Until you guys, from a distance, start hearing the sound of roaring water. And the echo is getting louder and louder and louder as you guys are passing through this narrow natural cave in kind of a very lazy descent. And soon you start feeling air with like a current coming up, and the smell of natural spring water
Oh, that's
starts
crisp.
coming through, replacing the dense, kind of heavy, fungal, stagnant air below.
Well, this is much better.
As you guys kind of step out, a kind of dim light suffuses the area as you guys stand over this wide ravine. All around, above and below you, several natural fissures in the rock are pouring out smaller kind of waterfalls that cascade into the ravine and then land into a frothy whitewater rapid that just kind of sails off. And then to your left, you see above you in the cavern, far more substantial waterfalls that seem to pour out onto a plateau, a terrace, which then separates into multiple waterfalls, which fall off a terrace into a pool and then break out again into multiple waterfalls that terrace over and then land in the river before. It's almost as if all of the waterways, or at least most of them, of the mountain, eventually funnel themselves into this spot. And there's a difference to the air in Drictus. You feel it a little bit too, Cullibert. It's almost like you guys have the mountain has an energy, and the energy when stepping into this place is different. It's very different. It's like more peaceful, like the mountain at rest, like you're near the heart. And
I believe we're getting close. You
Yes.
can feel it, can't you?
Very much so.
Feel something.
So, Gorbeck, you remember how you were kind of freaking out earlier about meeting a god and it was that Quaddle?
Yeah, it kind of freaked me out. I mean, she brushed past my leg, and it was weird.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot more intense.
Honestly, I'm vibing right now, man. I'm like ready to go. Like I feel good.
On a scale of 1 to oh my god, this will definitely be that god sensation that you were expecting. So
You got me all hyped up for that last one, and now I'm just kind of like I blew my load for that one, and now I'm just like, I'm chilling.
I think Kulu hyped you up a little more than I did. I was trying to keep you calm. This one, try to be on the best behavior you possibly can.
When am I not? I mean, y'all don't even know me that well. I'm always on the best behavior. Come on.
When I
Let's go.
a sense of reverence, that's really the big thing to go in with.
Well, I mean, Reverend.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
So, you guys pass along the shelf that borders the very rapid descent into the churning water below. You guys are eventually able to find a rough natural stone bridge that spans the chasm, and you see several more along the way. Striking you, actually, at this point, it is light. Through some bioluminescent fungus above, but also actually roiling down from some cracks in some of the stonework that seem to let in some kind of light. A dim light suffuses this area, so those of you with dark vision can actually see pretty well down here. As you guys pass over the bridge, you continue to hug the wall a little more, allowing that sense of power draw you like a divining rod. And before long, you guys come it's not worked stone, but a almost perfectly shaped archway presents itself open from you, and at this point has these kind of lazy flagstone steps that ascend. As you look, small rivulets of water are just kind of cascading down the steps and then passing down and then spilling over the edge.
It's beautiful through here.
It's kind of nice.
Very much so.
Is that feeling still there?
Yeah, and even you can start to feel it a little bit, Gorbeck.
Is it chilling? Is it like just a
It's almost kind of like, goosebumps. Like you start to feel the hairs on the back of your neck and your arms and stuff kind of stand up a little bit. Um, it is kind of weird. Like, yeah, like a shudder can go down your spine a little bit. It's just like there's just a feeling on this place that is a little unnerving, but doesn't feel bad. Not like spoopy or nothing, but
Just a feeling, like a
yeah.
Kuloberg will let that feeling kind of take over him and let it guide him uh, to the place that he feels the most power.
Okay. As you guys ascend the stairs, the trickling from the steps starts getting a little bit louder until the trickling is this bizarre mixture of dripping water and almost kind of like rainfall. It almost sounds. And before long, the dim light ahead of you grows a little bit brighter as this kind of pale blue light seems to come through. And all three of you can start to hear at the edge of your auditory frequency and just kind of coming in and out. It's almost kind of like a tone or a chime. And the air almost seems to reverberate with it. Kuloberg, as you round the very top of the stairs, you look into this massive chamber, the walls of which are this beautiful natural stone. And as you raise up upon the stone, and almost kind of like rough columns, are these natural crystals that just kind of spread out in various shapes and slowly begin to gather as you reach up into the ceiling until above you is just one large, like inside of a crystal geode. A riot of like purples and blues, and then occasionally like a little bit of red or green in there, suffuse this entire area with pale light. And in Gorbeck, you've spent enough time with Calum to recognize some of this. This looks a lot like some of those crystals that Calum has talked about that like radiate magic. In fact, Calum has one that he uses, on occasion. It's like these, but huge, bigger than a horse. And as you look down, the ground is relatively flat and almost like a horseshoe shape, but quickly delves deep into this nearly impossibly deep pond of clear water. These large kind of stalagmites are kind of coming up from underneath, but don't break the surface. As you guys kind of stare down, there's a glow from the water coming as well. And you're just now kind of noticing like a faint rain that seems to come perhaps from some mists that have settled up above you. And there's this bizarre ribbon-like flow of light that seems to kind of snake its way through the pool of water. It vaguely seems to shimmer and move as it goes.
I know what these things are. These are magical. Is there any loose ones on the ground?
You don't see any loose ones.
I'm gonna. Hey, what? Can I get some of this?
I wouldn't
And I'm
recommend it.
gonna take my dagger out and be like, can I just like?
No.
No.
This is one of those moments you must look at yourself. Where are we? What would
Oh.
disrupting this place do?
It is a sacred site. It is
Oh.
most best to not disturb the one that is in charge here.
Yep. And as that kind of happens, you start to see almost like the beginning of that river of light kind of make its way around you, and then it goes to breach the surface. As the water rushes off the tip, you all watch as this impossibly beautiful, like white, kind of opalescent, almost kind of Chinese water dragon-esque creature slowly starts coming out of the water and ascends into the air of the chamber above you.
Full Shinra.
Shenron style, and starts making its way around. As it happens, the rain in here starts growing a bit heavier, and you can even see what looks like bolts of lightning that arc from between some of the crystals and let off a slight thunderous boom and crack as they go. After a couple minutes of this rain dance that this dragon performs, it coils into this beautiful geometric labyrinthine shape, and then the head comes up and down and gazes down beneath you, these like beautiful kind of vibrant blue eyes staring down. It's to meet them is deeply unsettling, because whatever form this creature may seem to take, it's definitely powerful and godlike.
Gorbeck goes into a bow and just like almost in like a velociraptor kind of way, where like his hips stay in one place but his whole front end like goes deep down into like this just almost impossibly like deep yoga pose, like bow, where his head gets as low as it can possibly go.
Indrectus is going to drop his shield and his staff to the ground and also bow.
Gorbeck's just standing there staring up.
Yep, that's what I'm expecting.
Yep, that's on brand. As that happened, the dragon just kind of opens up its mouth, and though its jaw seems to slack slightly, words fill your mind. Ah, welcome. You have come far.
I apologize for intruding onto you unannounced.
You are welcome here, Star Watcher.
You honor me.
We have traveled very far to seek your aid.
As its head
Goddess of
kind
the
of
mountain.
moves over. As you see, I am Eladad, goddess of the waters of this mountain. And she kind of looks over a little bit, staring at Gorbeck. And you are one who is lost. And then kind of looks around. Why have you come?
I just look over at Gorbeck. This is all you, buddy.
The master of the lake by my home, the guardian of my people, the one who works for you, is dying. We have come on their behalf, for they cannot, to request your assistance, to either request a mote of life to extend theirs, or to request a new guardian for the lake.
Yes. I have felt Salaresa's withering, and she has been a loyal compatriot. For this and your trial, I will grant your request. I require a vessel.
Reach into the pocket, pull out the pearl that Gorbeck gave us.
What happened?
Gorbeck, your mouth. You might want to close that a little bit.
Okay. So you pull out the pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kuloberg will take the feather from the quaddle, the offering that she gave.
Placing the pearl down. And I'll pull out some incense and some, just whatever, and try to light it around.
Yep. As that happens, Eladath kind of leans down as the serpentine body kind of breaks briefly from its geometric pattern, comes down, nose and mouth towards the pearl. At this point, you could reach out and touch her flesh. She is so close. And it just kind of bathes you with this light of peace. You guys even kind of feel a little bit that as the air kind of touches your body, you guys can actually feel some of the wounds in your body start to close. And some of those aches and pains from the previous travels start to slowly melt away. She brings her lips to the pearl, and then you watch as it all of a sudden starts to glow with a bright light until you have just this tiny little mote of light. That's really all there is to it. And as you look at the feather, it is mostly just dust at this point. And the head recoils. There is my blessing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Grace. You're too kind.
Just gonna lightly tap on Gorbeck and just point down to the ground. It's like, come on.
Drop something?
No. You remember what I said about reverence?
Well, yeah, I didn't cut the stone thing.
Okay.
Yeah, as that happens, Eladath kind of looks over to you, Indy, and is like, and you?
I've just come to assist my friends and those who also live within the mountain's waters.
I see. But you have done a great service to me and this mountain. And Celaressa, my proxy. Is there truly nothing that I can give you?
Thinking for a moment. Maybe a slightly better view of the stars at night? Honestly.
And if a dragon could grin, she does. It's like, as you wish. And you watch as she kind of shakes her head and like water flies out from her mane and then slowly starts to flow down. As it does, it starts to coalesce into like this fine starlight dust that kind of coalesces in a white pouch and lands in your hand. Cast this dust to the sky, and the firmament will always be available.
Thank you so much. putting that in a small little pouch and then right in the pocket.
Yep. And then she says, I have one more request of you, Star Watcher.
Absolutely. What is it you request of me?
The Foundling requires help to return to his friends.
Look over at Gorbeck. It will be done.
Very well. This path will not be treacherous. I shall send you to the Druids of the Mountain, those who serve me. You may have run into them from time to time. Their place is shrouded by my power, but I will grant you entrance. You may remain there in safe harbor until they arrive to claim him.
All right. It'll definitely be done. Without fail.
And then she kind of rears back. Very well. It is as simple as ascending the waterfalls. And then she kind of looks over to Cullberg. I imagine you must return quickly. So, if you leave this area and go directly across the bridge, there you will pass into the fungal forest. The river there shall take you safely home.
I shall go with haste. My friends, this is where our path divides. I could not have done this without you. Both of you.
Think nothing of it.
I turn to Gorbeck, Stripe, as promised, and I pull out this shiny coin, one that glows even in the dark, and I flick it to him. If you ever feel the urge to take the plunge again, flick the coin, and it will tell you if it's safe or not. So you do not have to jump blind.
Thanks, Kula.
Heads is good, tails is bad.
Which part's heads?
The dragon.
Yeah, you might think it's the skull, but no, it's
No,
not the skull. The skull is bad.
It's not the skull. The skull is very bad.
I'm gonna run and hug Kula.
Thank you, friend.
You're a pretty cool lizard. I appreciate you.
And you are a very cool goblin.
Thanks, man. Oh,
Don't let your stripes define you. You define your stripes.
God, I hate how beautiful and corny that is.
That was a good one. That was good.
Well, get home so that way, what's her face? Asmarite doesn't die.
Gesundheit.
That's what I said.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you, friends.
He's
And
And Kuhlberg takes his turtle shell, shield, and bag, and begins heading off towards the fungal forest.
I'll pat him on the butt as he goes.
The tail kind of just flicks.
Okay. As you go to depart, Eladath just kind of glances down. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yep.
You're staying with me.
And then she starts to slowly uncoil, spiral down. But before her head hits the water, she pauses and then looks over. Yes.
It's
Just
probably
ask. Just ask. Just ask. Just what Kaylin would want.
just ask.
You didn't ask if I wanted anything.
I already spared your life.
Oh.
I think you should drop this one.
And her head kind of leans over a little bit closer. Life is important. It is one of the few things that truly belongs to creatures like you. You should be more careful with how you treat it, and not do things that might tear it away from you so easily. And her head kind of comes back. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yes, she kind of leans back. Hopefully, there will be no repeats. And as that happens, the head turns and then goes and dips under the water. And you watch as slowly but surely she spirals back down into the water.
I'm gonna lean over to Indy and go. What does she do?
A bolt of lightning arcs and strikes the ground a couple feet from you.
I just lean back and whisper, a lot more than us. Let's go before we overstay our welcome.
Yep.
And just as she said, I will lead Gorbeck up the waterfalls.
Okay. All right.
On my way.
And with that, and Cullibert, you return to the village and bestow the blessing to Celeressa, and renew her with great vigor. In fact, as Eladat's blessing is placed upon her, you watch as the beautiful blue color of her scales, in most cases, stays blue at the tip, but then fades to white. And she begins to take on a more ethereal presence, and changes slightly, but seems to be renewed with great vigor. You get the sense that she's no longer merely a coatl. And Indrictus, sure enough, without much effort, you are able to reach a section of the mountain that you thought you had traversed at some point in the past, but clearly have not. And before long are able to find the Druid's encampment, which literally was just at the top of the waterfall. As the waters beneath the encampment feed in. It's kind of surprising, but it's there.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah. But we're actually going to call that for tonight, and this is actually the end of our little mini-series.
Yay!
Yay! Gorbeck didn't die.
Yay!
Though he came kind of close a little bit. All right, guys. Well, Momo, Tater, or Momod, and Modder Tater. Yeah, I should know that. I came up with the names.
You did.
All right, I guess you guys don't go by those names on Twitch. That's just in our Discord. But yes, our wonderful mods, thanks for filling in and getting to play a little bit. I know, Momo, we've kind of planned this for a little while. It didn't happen quite the way we expected, but I think this is better.
Yeah. This was enjoyable.
And I'm glad you got to come in and play Tater. In case it matters, you guys hit level 3 through this little adventure. So it's 4? Is it 4?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I can't count.
It was less exciting than I wanted it to be. Also, Tater, I'm disappointed
yes,
you didn't hold up a 4 either.
Yeah, after consulting the character sheet, that tracks. 4.
4.
You guys hit level 4. You know, keep your character sheets ready to go, because you never know.
Right.
So yeah. But that'll actually do it for you. So this ends chapter 2 of our 2-part series of Gorbeck's Lost Days. If you guys are watching this, I guess this is technically the future because we shot this in the past. So potentially the group has already met back up with Gorbeck. And so if you haven't seen that episode yet, either go watch it or it will be upcoming. I'm not sure how Jace is going to choose to do this, but follow us back up on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central. So to continue with our game of Adventures in Athoria. And feel free to drop in the chat, discuss with our mods, ask them questions. I'm sure they would appreciate it, and I'm sure you guys will be on an Adjacent with Jace at some point soon to discuss this stuff when it drops.
I don't know if I'm allowed back on that show. I may have overstayed my welcome.
Yeah, attempting to usurp the host and steal his show your first time on is probably not the best thing in the world.
Probably not.
But I believe in redemption. I mean, after all, that's like Gorbeck's arc, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'll get my own redemption arc for Jason with Jace.
Yeah, or we may just have to come up with your own show, like In the Middle with Momo.
Oh. Ooh.
And we'll just have 2 people on either side of you.
Momo in the middle.
Yeah, Momo in the middle, and you just get to ask 2 people questions.
Maybe.
I don't know. Actually, we shouldn't do this. Thankfully, Jace isn't watching at the present moment, but he's gonna have some thoughts when he rewatches.
He's gonna edit this, so it's gonna.
Yeah, I know he's gonna edit. I know it'll be like tomorrow or the day after, and they'll be sending us. Why did you say this? But yes, that'll do it. Thanks so much for coming out again, guys, and for those of you who are watching the show, thanks so much for your patronage. Feel free to look at our socials, subscribe and all of that stuff so that way you know when we go live. We definitely appreciate follows, subs, and if you don't mind, share this with a friend. We would, of course, love to share this story with as many people as possible. And your support and sharing and bringing new people into the fellowship is a great way to do that, you know? It's like, this is a story, and when you really like a book, you share it with people you think will like it.
Absolutely.
It's just what you do. But that'll do it tonight, and thanks so much, and have a great day.
Hey,
Great
y'all.
evening.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, guys, one sec. I'm going to have to take an emergency break. But I'll be back in a month.
Okay.
Do it. Anyway, so like I was saying before, there's definitely a, among us.
Ah, yes.
Definitely a Among Us.
It's pretty sus. Yeah.
You guys think we're gonna?
It's
What
possible.
would there be? What would there
Just
be in a
straight yes.
shrine?
What wouldn't be in a shrine?
At this
People,
moment,
Shriners,
no, those are the 49ers.
the Cisco 49ers, 40 Shriners.
The 40
That's what it
Shriners. Yep.
Shriners. Oh, the San
Oh,
Francisco
I think we just
Shriners.
the Underdark.
The Underdark's football team.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't understand the sports ball, but it is enjoyable.
It's funny. That's neat. Well, I'd hope we don't anything. I hope it's all. But
it's possible that we something. I think what he's alluding to right now is going to be possibly an NPC interaction.
that's what I'm saying. I just feel like they're gonna try to set up something.
So long as
Like-
we play our cards right, we should be able to be fine.
Yeah. So that's the key.
I apologize. Schoolwork is terrible with cards.
Be better.
I have no poker face.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. We were playing one night, and this dude had a all over his face. Everyone. He literally only won the blinds, and that was it.
Did he positive?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the night, no, he did not.
Well, that's no fun. That's not
Everything. My whole.
Look, I gave it all back. Okay.
yeah, that's not a.
This is why you don't with the yacht.
I had to get more turtle shells. We took them all.
Now we gave you the one with the 4 back.
It has sentimental value.
So, do we think we're gonna? What do we think? Do we think we're gonna put
Mushroom
Pearl
people.
on a something special? We're gonna have to attack mushroom people?
No, they're gonna come.
Why? I will a mushroom
The
before that
pearl
happens.
is going to literally contain the essence of
Mhm.
the of the Eladath, and whatever it is that.
It'll contain the essence. What it'll be is it'll end up being like a effectively an egg.
It'll either revive the Quaddle back to its full power, or it'll hatch a new one.
So what I think will happen is that they'll the egg or the pearl with some kind of or that once we get into the presence of the old guardian, it'll absorb their soul into it and it'll immediately hatch into a guardian again.
That's kind of cool. I hope that happens. So, was this person Eladeth that we talked to, right?
No,
Or
we
no,
are
who
going
is-
to talk to Eladeth. The that we talked to is her guardian emissary, effectively.
Airy?
Emissary.
Emissary. Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay.
Master of the
Emissary.
Guardian of.
Mhm.
Fun.
It'll definitely be an interesting time to see how this works exactly. But
Hope it works well. That's why I don't want to die.
I'm putting my bets it'll end up being a monster magnet.
What?
It'll be a monster magnet. All the monsters in the cave are going to know that we have it, and they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, I want."
We're gonna get the divine energy, and they're all gonna be drawn to it.
Mhm.
It's how it goes.
Almost
It's like
certainly.
any classic story. This is how it is. Are we transitioned out for this? Or are they just listening to us ramble?
Well,
Or
Yeah.
No,
that's what
we're
I'm
gonna.
saying, like, it's-
Alex will probably.
It'll
cut
be edited.
this.
It'll be edited. We
Yeah.
needed a. Oh, do we have a time that we can just tell him to hey, break from here to here?
He'll do it when he does.
Okay. I just
I'll
don't
watch
know
it
if we
4
have-
times and then cut it out.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I want to save him some time. I
The
guess.
moment that Eric says he's going to, it's going to be like, oh, that's my marker.
No. Yeah, well, sorry. My stomach decided it wanted to register its displeasure over that much enchilada.
The best part is that your bathroom's close enough to your computer. You probably didn't even take your headphones out. You could probably listen to us the whole time.
Actually, I did because I was going to, but someone else was in that bathroom, so I had to go downstairs. And that's outside of the range of
Outside
Bluetooth.
the range of the Bluetooth.
So unfortunately, I did not, and this is definitely something, Alex, producer guy, you're gonna have to cut out because no one wants to have this in their regular Dungeons and Dragons 3.
Well, I mean,
Well, I got to.
Well, I gotta go.
we'll talk about Gorbeck's and we're talking about Eric.
I'm
We're
just-
doing good tonight.
Oh, we're
know.
just glorious.
Normally I would just be like, oh, we'll just wait for the break, and then I was like, nope, not waiting to the break. Anyway, sorry, that's disgusting. So anyway. One sec. I'm going to get a refill of my Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
The suspense is killing me. Or
Have a
maybe it's the
bonus.
dark mantle.
The squid is actually killing me.
The squid is killing me. Curse you, Squidward!
I have a bonus action. I would like to use it, but the DM decided to leave.
Oh, you're gonna take another bite out of crime, aren't you?
I can only do that once per short rest.
Shoot.
And I did it before I took damage because it heals me, so it was a waste to heal. That did nothing. Now I need the healing.
I need healing. Shut up, Genji! We all need healing, and all three of us can cast healing spells. Ba 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 da da.
Manom.
Ba ba da ba.
Manom.
Ba 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 da 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 da. Die into a squid. Stinking dark mantles. Yeah, you can just imagine them as have you ever seen the I think it's the vampire squid, the one that can fold in on itself?
Yep.
No?
Yes.
You should really take a look at that, and you'll understand what a dark mantle is really quickly. They have effectively in between their tentacles, it's all webbed, so it makes like this giant blanket around you. Yeah, and they're effectively that, just falling from the ceiling.
Gross.
Yeah, they're disgusting. They're also a really, really easy way to annoy the players.
Well, yeah, I'm getting annoyed into someone's mouth right now.
I know, right? I see. This is why I was hoping.
Phrasing.
I was hoping you
True,
would
a
have
true
said-
mouth hug.
Let's see features. I gotta see.
Right.
What?
You back?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Cool. I would like
Got
to
my
finish
Dr.
my.
Pepper. Is that it for you, Gorbeck?
And that, yeah, because we're gonna clap cheeks on this one. Actually, what can I do? I'm gonna give myself a mouth hug. Actually,
You can't do that. Dissonant Whispers is a leveled spell. So in order to use Healing Word as a
Oh, it
bonus
would
action-
have to be a cantrip.
Yeah, you
So
have to use a cantrip.
well, then I'm going to cantrip this sucker behind me. Then
You can't do that
I can't cast any spell. What's the point of casting a spell?
because you already cast the spell. The
You
turn-
cast the spell.
The problem is the
But
only bonus action
If you
cantrip is
want to
Shillelagh.
shout obscenities
my
at it,
My bonus action says I can use Healing Word.
yes, but because of the rules for casting spells, they want to prevent people from abusing that. So only one of those can be a leveled spell.
Mhm.
Fix your game, D&D.
If you
Ah,
cast a spell as a bonus action, you can only cast another spell if it's a cantrip.
that
Well, then
is in the rule books, unfortunately.
So again, why can't I cast Vicious Mockery as a cantrip?
Because you cast Dissonant
Because
Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers and Vicious Mockery both take actions, not bonus actions. They're not
No.
interchangeable, unfortunately.
But it's a cantrip.
Doesn't matter. Still takes an action.
So, just as the understanding, your action economy, you have one action and one bonus action. Your action this turn was to cast Dissonant Whispers. Because you cast Dissonant Whispers, you can't cast another leveled spell, even if it is a bonus action.
Can I
But you
attack
could-
it? And I can't attack it because I didn't attack with my first action. This game is. No. Then what do I do? Then what's the point?
You yell
What do-
obscenities at
You
it
yell
or do something
obscenities.
else.
Bonus action